what's been going on in my mind personally has been the Bible verse that talks about women being busy in the home. And I've been thinking about how that applies also in the time that we live here today in the place of the world that I live in, California, the United States, what women are allowed to do, and trying to really think about it, like just because women have the rights to do what they do, and it seems more common now to be a working woman and not stay in the home. I've been praying to God about helping to remove all the strongholds that are in my mind. Strongholds just like mental barriers, whether they be spiritual or not. Just I'm asking God to help me to not be stuck in my life feeling like the feminism that I heard growing up. I feel like they're lies of the enemy. I don't know what it is, but I feel like they're constantly showing up in the back of my mind, especially when I'm in the kitchen and when I'm cooking. Like if I'm less than because my life is about making sure my family is eating healthy. Like if I'm cooking 2-3 times a day, and I have been focusing on doing that, especially this week. That's been my focus in the back of my mind. It's like if I'm doing something bad because I'm doing that. I almost feel like women have fought to be able to enter the workforce and to be seen as equals and all of that, but at the expense of the value of the working woman in the home. In my mind, I feel like there's a stronghold that what I do is less than. And so God has been helping me, because I know that what I'm doing is valuable and it's important, but there's like an emotional level, I think, or spiritual level, that I think the enemy wants me to doubt that what I'm doing is actually important. And I thank God in my life, in my circumstances, that I am able to stay home, that I am able to make the meals for my family, to focus on that. I think the way the enemy is attacking me and trying to discourage me from making those right choices for my family is that it's like he's belittling what I do. And I've been encouraged by God to feel like, no, like wait, what I'm doing is actually better, it's more important, because in my mind those attacks are saying what you're doing is less important than what the political lady, especially with Kamala Harris on the news, like being the potential, sorry, but God forbid, the potential US president, and you just kind of constantly hear like what her whole life was about, how she never had kids, and how that's very glorified in our country. Like, wow, look at this woman, she's breaking barriers. And what does that communicate to someone like me? Like someone that is staying home, is just learning. I'm going on a personal learning journey as I am in my mid-30s. You think differently now. You start to challenge what you grew up being taught, You start to think, was that really like bad thing for women to stay in the home? And I'm starting to think, I'm starting to realize things like, well, my kids staying home and even being homeschooled, it gives me that much more time to work on their character, to teach them values at the bare minimum. That's a good thing for our country, for moms to be teaching their children morals and the fear of God. All of that is raising a future generation that is going to do good things in the political world. And then the health, the health of your family, that's a good thing. You can work, you can eat unhealthy, eat out all the time. You work so hard at the expense of your health that you have money, but you're going to use that money to pay for your doctor bills because you developed like these diseases that are directly related to eating unhealthy. And so all these things, it brings to my mind how in the Bible it's seen as a valuable use of a woman's time to be busy in the home. Don't just, binge watch shows, just laying down on the couch, going to buy fast food, but actually be busy. So I've been improving my home, decluttering, being more conscious about going to the grocery store, making healthy meals with family and all that. That's what's been going on in my mind.